be able to be broadcast.
Okay, for those of you that are watching this after the fact, sorry, we're having technology problems this evening. And the way we notice the meetings are that as long as the meeting can happen live, the meeting continues, even if the technology is not working. So just so you know why we were sitting here for the last 5 minutes. So, moving on. I'm
I
sorry?
was just going to say special thanks to our attorneys who made sure that when we decided we wanted to do this multifaceted Zoom, YouTube, in-person bonanza, that they cautioned us an evening like tonight might happen, and so we should have a proviso for that. So thank you.
All right, so we're going to go to our public hearings. First up is ordinance 2023-31, an ordinance by the municipality of Princeton authorizing a license agreement for Block 47, Lot 19.02, Princeton Tax Map 37 Bank Street pursuant to NJSA 40 A12-1, and that is, we need a motion. Thank you, Eve. Is there a second? Thank you, Leticia. Okay, so this is for a small, low wall that's encroaching on the sidewalk. I don't know if people have any questions or comments on this one. Just since our technology is not working, just give me time as I have to look both ways. I can't just look at the monitor. Sorry, I can't cheat tonight. All right, if there's no questions or comments on this one, roll call vote.
Ms. Peron-Lambros?
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang?
Yes.
Ms. Sacks? Yes. Ms. Fraga?
Yes.
Mr. Newland?
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you. Ordinance 2023-32, an ordinance pursuant to NJSA 40A12-4C, authorizing the extension of the Monument Hall lease with PCH Development Corp., Inc. And could we have a, thank you, Leticia's got, Mia's got the motion, Leticia's got the second. Thank you ever so much. Questions or comments on the extending the lease agreement? All right, seeing none, another roll call vote, please.
Did you, even though there's no one here, public hearing, you have to say that you're opening the public hearing.
Oh, okay. All right, again, for the audience that is watching this after, now we are recording and streaming. All right.
Okay.
Let's just pause a second then and see, can we just ask them if they're able to see if there's anybody on Zoom? Just in case somebody wanted to say something. Evidently, the board was just recording. Yeah. Yeah, now we're, now people can actually see us live.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
trying to do that. Sorry? Really? Do we exist?
We have 6 attendees, but no one has their hand raised.
Okay, all right. So anyway, yeah, thank you very much. So the public hearing is open, that there's nobody on Zoom that has a hand up, and there's actually nobody, no public in the room. Just want to note that for people watching. Okay, so could we have the roll call vote then?
Ms. Peron-Lambros?
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang?
Yes.
Ms. Sacks? Yes. Ms. Fraga?
Yes.
Mr. Newland?
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you very much. Ordinance 2023-33, an ordinance of the municipality of Princeton pertaining to stormwater management and amending Chapter 10B of the Code of the Township of Princeton, New Jersey, 1968. And would someone, Eve has got the motion, and Michelle, do you have your hand up? No, I'm sorry. I couldn't see. Leticia's got the second. Hang on, let me just get to the right place on here. Does somebody want to, I'm in the wrong one. Oh, okay, this is all pertaining to the inland flood protection rule.
This brings us into compliance
Yeah.
with state law.
Yeah,
as I
no, I just like to say
understand
something so
Yes,
people have some
yeah.
idea what we're about to vote on. Okay, oh, there we go. Thank you very much. All right, any council questions or comments on this one? All right, seeing none, anybody in the public that wants to say anything on this before we vote? All right, there's no hands up on Zoom, and again, there's still nobody in the room. So roll call vote, please.
Ms. Peron-Lambros?
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang?
Yes.
Ms. Sacks? Ms. Fraga?
Yes.
Mr. Newland?
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you very much. Ordinance 2334, an ordinance of the municipality of Princeton regulating privately owned salt storage and amending Chapter 33 of the Code of the Borough of Princeton, New Jersey, 1974. Is there a motion? Thank you, Eve. Layton's got the second. Council questions or comments on this?
This also serves to bring us into compliance with state regulations, which is great, of regulating private salt storage, which, good move.
Good move. There you go. All right. Any public comment? Anybody on Zoom or? All right, no hands up on Zoom. There again, there's nobody in the room. We'll close the public comment part. And could we have a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Peron Lambros?
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang?
Yes.
Ms. Sacks? Yes. Ms. Fraga?
Yes.
Mr. Newland?
Yes.
Carried.
Is there Layton's got the motion. Can we just ask Terrence if there's a way to adjust the camera just a little bit? I can't see Leticia and, oh, he got it. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Good looking.
Okay, I'm sorry. Layton made the motion, right? Did
Yes.
you just move this? And then who, did I get a second yet?
I'll second it, and I have a comment.
Okay, moved and seconded, so we can discuss it. All right, Michelle, do you want to start?
Well, I'm just going to start to say this is also bringing us into compliance with something at the state level that we may or may not.
I want to take the opportunity to complain about this, this is our move into compliance with new state law that was established by the so-called Election Transparency Act, which I believe makes elections and the political process much more opaque. We have to be in compliance with state law, so we have to do this. But I just want for the record to state my very deep moral and philosophical objections to this, although I will support it because we do need to be in compliance with state law.
And just to echo that, I think that throughout Princeton, among the Democratic Party, there was widespread concern and not support for this measure. But nevertheless, we are not above the law here, so.
That is true, we are not above the law. Okay, any other council comments or questions? Thanks for making those comments. Okay, public comment? Anybody on Zoom? All right, no hands up on Zoom, and again, there's nobody in the room, so we'll close the public part of the discussion, and can we have a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Peron Lambros?
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang?
Yes.
Ms. Sacks? Yes. Ms. Fraga?
Yes.
Mr. Newland?
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you. Ordinance introductions, and again, on introductions, we don't discuss them because the discussion takes place at the Piggin Street, and amending Chapter 19 of the Code of the Borough of Princeton, New Jersey, 1974. The public hearing will be on December 11th, 2023. Thank you, Leticia, for making the motion. Is there a second? Michelle's got the second. Thank you very much. Roll call vote.
Ms. Peron Lambros?
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang?
Yes.
Ms. Sacks? Yes. Ms. Fraga?
Yes.
Mr. Newland?
Yes.
Ordinance 2020, would someone, Michelle moves that. Thank you. Is there a second? Thank you. Mia's got the second. Roll call vote again?
Ms. Peron Lambros?
Yes.
Ms. Niedergang?
Yes.
Ms. Sacks? Yes. Ms. Fraga?
Yes.
Mr. Newland?
Yes.
Carried.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Eve just reminded me that I had postponed the public comment for items not on the agenda because there was no way for anyone from the public to comment earlier in the meeting when our technology was not up. So if there's anybody on Zoom, because again, there's nobody in the room, but if anybody on Zoom had a comment for an item that's not on the agenda that you wanted to speak up about, now would be the time, and you could raise your hand. Okay, seeing no hands up, we'll close that part of the meeting. Thanks, Eve. And we'll go to resolutions. 23-356, resolution of the Mayor and Council of Princeton authorizing the award of a professional services agreement to Greenman Pedersen, Inc. for engineering design services for the Terhune Road Culvert Replacement Project for $137,637. Is there a motion on that? Thank you, Michelle. Layton's got the second. Council questions or comments? All right, seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 23-357, resolution of the mayor and council of Princeton authorizing the award of a professional services agreement to French and Perello Associates PA for engineering design services for the Herrontown Road Culvert Replacement Project for $127,092.40. Is there a motion on that? Thank you, Michelle. Leah's got the second. Council questions or comments? All right, seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 23-358, resolution of the mayor and council of Princeton authorizing the award of a professional services agreement to Greenman Pedersen, Inc. for engineering design services for the Grover Avenue Culvert Replacement Project for $129,937. Do we have a Michelle, thank you, and Leighton's got the second. Questions or comments? All right, seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
23-359, resolution of the mayor and council of Princeton authorizing the award of a professional services agreement to Greenman Pedersen, Inc. for engineering design services for the Meadowbrook Drive Culvert Replacement Project for $112,427. Can we have a motion? Thank you, Mia. Michelle's got the second. Council, questions or comments?
A lot of culverts.
A lot of culverts.
A lot of culverts.
Well, the comment I'll make is, I know that in that neighborhood, Harrisburg is a big problem with stormwater and a lot of flooding, so I hope this really helps the neighborhood.
Good
the
point.
Brook section.
Thank you. Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
23-360, resolution of the mayor and council of Princeton to authorize the administrator to apply for and enter into an agreement with NJDEP for a natural climate solutions grant in the amount of $552,000 for reforestation and native planting in Community Park North. Eve has got the motion and Leighton's got the second. Questions or comments on that one? That's a great thing.
Yeah.
Glad we're getting a grant. That's really nice. All right. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
23-361, resolution of the mayor and council of Princeton authorizing the award of a contract to Seagrave Fire Apparatus LLC for a Seagrave Model TV-0HCT Marauder, 95-foot aerial scope non-quint for $2,180,437, utilizing the Houston-Galveston Area Council National Cooperative Purchasing Contract FS-12-19. Is there a motion on that? Michelle.
I'll move it, and maybe Bernie can give us.
Yeah, we can give a great story
Second.
on that one. Okay, Michelle made the motion, Eve's got the second. Bernie, do you want to give a highlight? You want me to give a highlight? What do you want to?
Yes. Please.
Sure, Mayor. So as you know, our tower truck at the fire company is pretty much end of its useful life. We needed a new tower truck. Unfortunately, the way the market is right now, it would take about 3 years to get a new truck, and we had, I think, put aside $2.7 or $2.8 million to do so through the efforts of a few people here, Sarah, Mike, Mark. We looked into alternatives to that. We were able to locate a fire truck that was being built for another town who decided it was too expensive, I believe, for them based on their budget, and we were able to get it, and I think we're going to take delivery April-ish of
May.
next year instead of 3 years from now and it's, I say only, it's only, I don't know, 2.1, 2.2, but it's less than we were willing to spend initially. So we get it faster and we get it cheaper. So it was a really nice
Thank you
pickup.
to all who helped make that
Yeah.
happen. Thank you.
I
Yeah.
think our current one is 20 years old, and,
22 years old,
yeah,
and
and
it should have been
continues to
retired
break
about
down.
10 years ago.
Yeah, so, thank you. Thanks for the effort.
Yeah, and actually the price we actually may end up getting credits on this. The fire department was pretty aggressive in going through the spec that the other department had made and cut out a lot of things that they considered to be gingerbread.
I want to thank Lisa too, by the way, who's sitting here, who had a lot to do with the
And
Thank
work.
you,
That is
Lisa.
true.
Thank you.
There was a lot of back and forth. Well,
Thank
Yeah.
you, Mark.
okay, so we all love each other. It was great. It was a great common effort. Great. Any other questions or comments?
Well, the other thing too to say about a tower truck, it's really essential because we have, tall buildings and we have more, buildings coming in that are 4 floors or higher. And I believe that this, reaches the higher levels, right? So
Yeah,
it's important.
yes. Very good point.
Thank you.
Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
23-362, resolution of the mayor and council of Princeton authorizing the award of a contract to Clark Caton Hints for affordable housing planning services for $50,000. Leticia's got the motion, and Layton's got the second. I'm sorry.
Am I-
Yeah.
I'm scrolling through right now, trying to find it.
That was discussed.
I can't, I'm
It's
trying to
on
get
affordable.
past all the the engineering stuff is like 3,000 pages, sorry, I'm
Yeah,
trying to catch up
I
here.
know, it's hard to scroll through.
It's to take us 12 months from November 21st of this year till next year for their services.
Okay, you want to make a motion to table? Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so is there a second to table?
I'd second.
Okay, all in favor of the motion to table, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, so that item's getting tabled. All right. 23363, resolution of the mayor and council of Princeton authorizing the award of a professional services agreement to T&M Associates for contract administration, contract observation, and closeout professional engineering services in connection with the Phase 1 improvements to Witherspoon Street, Nassau Street to Green Street project for $69,371. Would someone move that one, please? Thank you, Michelle. Is there a second? Thank you, Leighton. Questions or comments?
E&M wrapping everything up for phase one? I thought we had already done that, so I'm a little,
That would be the hope, as I understand it. I don't know if Lisa has any more information on that.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see if there's a cover memo, but it is to wrap everything up, because I
Yeah.
knew there were some final things. There's actually some of the final work was still happening today.
okay.
So there were some outstanding items that had to be,
Lisa, could you talk into the, can you talk into the mic?
There was a delay in the work by the contractor that caused that contract to be extended, and as a result, the PSA had to be extended as well.
Okay, thank you.
other questions or comments? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
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 23364, a resolution of the mayor and council of Princeton authorizing the award of a contract to National Auto Fleet Group for 2 new/unused Phoenix Motor Cars shuttle vehicles for $480,060, utilizing Sourcewell National Cooperative Purchasing Contract number 091521-NAF. Is there, Eve, thank you. Is there a second? Michelle's got the second. Council questions or comments on that one?
Well, I just want to, I don't know if there's any background that you want to give on this, but I'm excited that we've gotten this grant, this sizable grant for these electric vehicles. I know Deanna's not here, and, but anyway, that's,
Right.
so that's two electric buses?
Sorry, we're buying the buses,
we're
but we
buying,
will
but we're
be
getting grants, so-
compensated
Yeah.
later on for.
I think our net cost was like $60,000 for 2 electric vehicles worth $480,000, so.
Yeah, it's
um,
through, I
through-
found the thing.
Through a
Right,
couple, yeah, it's way down there, through a couple different grants, but, you know, this is something, and we have to really commend Christine and the team over at Sustainable Princeton. I believe that they really worked on this for years. Mia, I'm sure you've worked closely with them. Is my mic not working? Okay. So, yeah, so I commend Christine and the team over at Sustainable Princeton for working on this grant funding. I know that they've worked and applied for many years, but we finally were granted these 2 electric buses. So it's really transformational for us. So
Yeah, and the
thank you.
final,
And thanks to the engineering team. Yeah.
yeah, the final cost to us is 60,000. So out of the
60,000, yeah,
480, as
yeah,
Michelle
okay.
said.
My memory served because I couldn't find it either in the agenda.
I am reading the memo. I am reading the memo. 60000.
60,000, yeah. So $30,000 each for 2, you know,
Yeah,
for
a
electric
bargain.
bus. It's a pretty
Yeah.
good deal.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor, say aye. Plaza for a term through December 2024. Eve, I think, had her hand up first, has the motion. Michelle has the second. Questions, comments?
Well, I'll make a comment. I mean, I'm excited to have the farmer's market continue on through the end of the year. I think it's a first for us in Princeton to have a winter market. It'll be mixed in with the Winter Village, the artisan chalets that are up now in Heinz Plaza. So it's going to be a lot of fun on Thursdays
Yep.
to have this. So it's great. So
And
I
it
commend them
was-
for doing it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
to support what Michelle said, it's great after a couple of years to finally have the farmer's market back in Heinz Plaza once all the Witherspoon construction was done. So it really is an asset to the community.
I agree, it's a great thing, but I will say this, and we need to address it with the people that run the farmer's market and our police department. The continued unloading of trucks in the one lane outside of Heinz Plaza that brings Witherspoon Street down to one lane is unsafe and unacceptable. And as this goes on or continues into next year, that has to be addressed. We are waiting to have an accident or somebody run over who steps out from behind one of those trucks and a person in a vehicle can't see them even though they're in the crosswalk. It is way too dangerous to allow that to happen.
So
Okay.
are we asking for police enforcement, or what, who are we
Well,
following up with
yeah, I
on
think
this?
Bernie can talk to the police department and talk to the people that run the farmer's market. It would be
Um,
nice to just have the people that run the farmer's market talk to the different vendors and say, just stop doing this, and we don't have to involve the police, but it's just
Yeah.
too dangerous to let it
Michelle, can you
continue.
pass that on?
Yeah, well, and I was going to say, in the memo that accompanies this, which is deep in the packet, I believe that it addresses the fact that we've given loading zone permission, and
Parking
we've given
spaces.
10 or 15 spaces in
Right.
Spring Street
15.
Garage. So there was really no excuse for doing
Yeah.
that. So I will, definitely will pass it on.
So
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
pass it on and also maybe start with some enforcement.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right, and I'm sorry to say a negative thing, but it is, I mean,
Yeah.
overall, it's a great
Yeah.
thing to have, and it's nice to, it's a great event to have every week in Princeton, and it draws a lot of people. It's a great thing, but
Yeah.
just gotta be safe. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
23366, resolution of the mayor and council of Princeton in the county of Mercer, New Jersey, determining the form and other details of its note relating to the Transportation Bank Short-Term Construction Loan Program of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, to be issued in their principal amount of up to $6,934,000, and providing for issuance and sale of such note to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, and authorizing the execution and delivery of such note by Princeton in favor of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, all pursuant to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank's Transportation Bank Short-Term Construction Loan.
Interest rates,
Right.
sometimes some loan forgiveness, which is always nice. But it really helps us in terms of our ability to do all the infrastructure that we're doing right now.
Thank you.
And thank you to Sandy and her team.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 23367, resolution of the mayor and council of Princeton providing for the combination of certain issues of bonds of Princeton in the county of Mercer, New Jersey, into a single issue of bonds aggregating not to exceed $6,934,000 in the principal amount for sale to the New Jersey Transportation Bank. Is there, thank you, Michelle. And Leighton's got the second. Any questions or comments? Right, just in case you're following, this goes hand in hand with the prior resolution. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, consent agenda was the only item on there, is payment of bills and claims, if somebody wants to move the consent agenda. Thank you, Eve. Thank you, Eve. Michelle's got, God, I'm killing myself with everybody's names here tonight. Sorry. It's somebody and somebody. It's Eve and Michelle. Thank you very much. Gosh, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Would someone like to pretend they're David and move that?
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you,
in
Leticia.
I'm in David's seat, so I think I'm
Do it.
obligated. I make a motion.
Really?
Okay, we're gonna, moved and seconded that we adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
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 We are done. Thank you all. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a good evening.
Okay.
Oh.